The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Bobby Wagner, the NFL's leading tackler in 2019, there on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Brings up 2nd.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. This is Coleman. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Teachers, meaning teachers.
They did in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Ball carrier.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he stopped immediately there.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive.
Turnover on downs.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
What the hell?
Oh
my God. It was the wrong play, Lonnie.
certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays.
That was my bag. I'm sorry, dude. I'm thinking it's something
Not much
else.
flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's
Oh,
a
my
copycat
God.
league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
Who's on 85? Come on, baby. Let's get this. 65, 65. Kill.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman.
Damn.
And he's going to have a Niners first down.
Oh, if I had went on first in this return, I just got caught up in what I was doing. God, I was shocked I got that spin. Damn.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Here's Coleman. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. This will be caught at about the 5. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it third down.
Third and 5.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Ball carrier.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
At the 23-yard line.
Now second and 7 from the 23. Now the man from nearby Stanford, Christian McCaffrey.
Number 22.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
The 25-yard line.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go and make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he is going to have a Rams first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Rams.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
So I didn't even see that motherfucker. He was hit that red. He was hid in that fucking 49ers fucking sign in the middle of the field. I didn't even see that motherfucker sitting in there, that red jersey. Ooh, they gotta pay attention to that shit.
And what a rise and what a backstory to make it to the number 14 pick. A lot of people
That motherfucker was right there.
make it out of junior college and then dominated people in the SEC. Great power, great strength, and surprising quickness that gets him upfield and gets him in the face of quarterbacks.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, what a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
I did it
Picked
wrong.
off by Jason Barrett.
I did it wrong.
Way back out to midfield.
I did it wrong.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he's going to be stopped at about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against him because you're running away from people on him.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
18-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one.
And Mahomes,
Dang, I didn't put enough air on it. Damn. Do it too straight. Put some air on it, Ronnie.
44-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10.
I can get him.
Their own 44-yard line.
Ooh. Come on, Walker. Let's have some fun.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. On the screen, this is Coleman. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On first down, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On second down, it's Coleman. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to fourth down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal.
What the
Down
fuck?
goes. The 49ers get there.
I'm trying to go to motherfucker. He catches me.
And that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Oh, shit. Come on. Motherfucker, get free.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
What the fuck?
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jason Barrett.
He was in bounds?
He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed.
That's fucking bullshit.
I think if you're looking at the stats...
And how'd that motherfucker go run with the motherfucker with the speed that he
Can you
has?
flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all
That's
times.
BS right there, boy. God,
The
dog, that's
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo.
Oh, come on,
17
man.
seconds now on the clock here. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
I can't believe he didn't get that doggone interception. That was a touchdown all the way back to the house. Good gracious.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be from 56 yards out. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. First and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now the 6-year man from Texas, this is Malcolm Brown. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
A gain of 6 on the play. And this is 3rd down.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Fred Warner in on the tackle.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. On first down, Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Oh, my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kawhi Williams. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Gets this one to use check. And inside the 20 before he's brought
I ain't
down.
doing what I need to be doing.
Yards, first down.
I just didn't let that shit just fucking
After the
overtake my
turnover, they come
mind.
out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Let's get off the field. 26, two.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo, and he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
Different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 27, Mahomes taking a deep shot here. It got his man complete. Touchdown, LA. Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams have tied the game with the extra point to come. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in the end zone. And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
Get off the man if you where the fuck you supposed to be, dude.
Easily one of the elite tight ends in the NFL. Back-to-back seasons of 88 and 85 catches. We just saw another one right there. Anytime he lines up on the field, you better treat him as a primary receiver and make sure you have a second guy in the vicinity to try and cover it. But we saw that they had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
56, Mike.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Their own 38-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The tackle.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from the lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
14. First down, Rams.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11. At the
2nd and 11. Mahomes going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And Gay knocks this one through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction. All of a sudden, they're down.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo finding Ayuk, middle of the field. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board.
God dang, hurry up and hand off the ball back.
Yikes.
This ain't no fucking fake drill.
Sets them back now for 2nd down. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Damn, fucking thumb coming off the goddamn.
Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
Couldn't even turn him up.
The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh,
no! They
no!
get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
This thing of these folks jumping up in the air so high is fucking ridiculous, dude. On both sides. Good God.
I know the easy thing is to
the dude is open. You can tell me I can't throw over these fucking men?
I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Garoppolo looks to throw. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. A good rally to the football, keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Rams get the
having issues
football in
tonight offensively.
outstanding
One thing
field
is going to be
position.
consistent is that defense. Better damn fucking believe that shit.
This is McCaffrey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey spinning away. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
13-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
We can win
and
all
the
kind of
Rams
ways.
use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Win, baby, just win.
Gay is on for the point after. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6.
The score, Rams 17, 49ers 6.
I don't know how if
The
it's
kickoff team on the field
I've
now
got
as they will
moves
send this one away.
on the kickoff alone. Wow.
And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, he saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Call it a game of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get them home free. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Mahomes going to throw it here. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Mecole Hardman, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all.
Game, coach.
I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
At the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Final score, Rams 24.
Really a close game.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a